posture. Congratulations for making it this far. Today we're going to focus on a nice, good, strong flow that connects all the pieces of it together. So realigning the spine, finding a neutral pelvis, opening through the thoracic spine, and resetting the neck. Let's get started down on the ground today. Walk the heels in towards the sits bones, arms down by your sides, and then press your triceps into the ground. Pull the belly down onto the ground so you narrow between your ribs and your hips. And already we're in this really tall spine. Keep you lengthen through your low back, lengthen through your skull so your neck is really long, your back is really long. Now start to bridge your hips up here and pause. Bring one hand to your low belly, one hand to your low back, and start to firm between. So this is kind of where we started with in our neutral pelvis here on day 1 and then at day 4. Think about pulling the core in and really squeeze into the glutes here. Now while you're here, you can keep your hands here or bring the palms back down to the ground. And let's just start to pulse the hips up an inch, down an inch. Think about squeezing the glutes to activate. Maybe you tap them really quick to turn them on. But you should start to feel your glutes activate. Feel your core pulling in here, breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. We're here for 5, 4. They should start to burn. 3, 2, 1. Come to the top and hold. Pull the belly in. Extend the left arm up towards the sky, and with the right fingertips, pull the left wrist back. Awesome. Really feel this nice big wrist stretch. Continue to squeeze the glutes. Pull the belly in so your spine is nice and long here. And then switch hands. Pull back onto the right wrist. Awesome. Breathe. Keep those glutes lifted up. They should really start to burn here. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time all the way down to the ground. Untuck your tailbone. Hands come back behind your head. You can keep the feet firmly planted onto the ground here, or can you hover the legs into a tabletop? Elbows pointed toward the sky. Nudge your chin to your chest. Exhale and lift up off your shoulders. Pull your belly down and then curl up a little bit higher. Make sure that the knees are stacked over to the hips and continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, can you curl up 1 more inch? Inhale and lower down. Exhale and lift up and hold. Pause here for a moment and breathe. Can you curl up a little bit higher? Pull the pit of your belly down. Lift up off those shoulder blades. Inhale and lower. Let's add on. Exhale and lift up. Extend your right leg out. Drive through the heel and then turn yourself 2 inches to the left. Lift up off that left shoulder blade. Now we're starting to activate through the obliques. Firm the belly down. Bring the right leg back through center, head back through center, lower and release. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Awesome, extend the left leg. Keep the right knee right over the right thigh. Twist 2 inches to the right, almost like you're bringing your elbow to your knee. And then lift up off that right shoulder blade. Knee back through center, head back through center, and lower. Let's do this twice more. Exhale and lift up. Right leg extends, turn to the left. Pull your core in as you lift up off that left shoulder blade. Come back through center and release your deep abdominal muscles should start to burn. Exhale and lift up. Awesome. Left leg extends, turn to the right, lift up off that right shoulder, drive through the heel and breathe. Come back through center and release. Last one. Exhale and lift up. Extend the right leg, turn to the left. You reach the right hand just a little bit here, and then grab with the left fingertips. Grab for the right wrist, and then can you extend a little bit further? Feel your core turn a little bit more. Feel this nice big stretch in your wrist. Hands come back behind your head, lower and release. Exhale and lift up. Last one. Left leg extends, turn to the right. Extend the left arm. Grab with the right fingertips. Grab for the left wrist and reach a little bit further. Awesome. Big breath in. Big breath out. Hands back behind the head. Lower down. Draw your knees really tight into your chest here. Keeping the knees tight. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Right arm comes out. And then keep those knees folded in as you turn to the left. Awesome. So we're getting a little bit more of an upper back stretch as you feel a nice release here in your twist. And then try to fold the knees up a little bit more. Gaze can come up or turn to the left. Awesome. Bring the knees back through center. Keep them hugging in here. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Keep it hugging in as you turn to the right. Awesome. You should again feel this nice big stretch in the upper back, more towards the thoracic spine. Less in the low back, less about pinching. Awesome. Bring the knees back through center. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then let's roll all the way over to a tabletop, whatever that looks like for you here. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees slightly in front of the hips and come back to this neutral spine. So skull and scapula, sacral, we've been talking about all week. Push through the floor, narrow between your ribs and your hips. Really lift the head, lift the chest. and center. Last one, push. Come back to center. Now you can continue here, or let's add on. Lower down to your forearms. Lift through the belly. Again, knees over the hips, same thing. Puff up through the upper chest. Maybe you take your gaze back this time, and then come back through center. Awesome. Puff and center. Awesome. Puff and center. Two more. Puff and center. Puff and center. Great job. Tuck your toes under, and then let's lift our hips high for a dolphin pose. You can interlace the hands if that feels better onto your shoulders. Pull your ribs up and in. Bend into your knees and walk your toes forward. Keep that bend into your knees. So there's this fascia line that runs all the way through our back, down through our legs and into our toes. As you straighten your legs, you'll notice you'll feel a little bit more tightness in your back. The more you bend, the more you give space for that fascia. Can you bend your knees just a little bit more? Maybe walk your toes forward one more inch. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down to your knees. Come all the way back up to a tabletop. And then let's press back for our down dog. First down dog of the day. If you want to bend left and right, you're more than welcome to. Shake out your hips. Maybe you shake your head no. Nod your head yes. And then notice when you go into your down dog, are you hyperextending into your elbows and into your shoulders? Is your belly hanging out? Can you shift a little bit, weight forward? Can you pull your core up and in? Maybe you bend the knees to release some of that back fascia. Keep your hands onto the ground. Step forward, forward, fold. Draw the shoulder blades back. Find a nice tall spine here. Bend into the knees. With this tall spine, inhale, arms reach up, straight up towards the sky. Bend into your knees. Squeeze with the glutes, squeeze with your core. So you're in perfect posture here. Pull the head back. Hands slightly forward. Bend with the knees as you fold all the way down. Hands come to the ground. Slide your right foot back. Lower to your right knee. Untuck your toes. Rise up for a low lunge. We'll bring our left hand to our low back, right hand to our belly. So right where we started here in this bridge pose. Draw the shoulder blades back. Pull the head back. Notice if you're gazing down or straight forward. Firm between. Glutes on, core on. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to the ground and step back. Plank pose. Shoulders stack over the wrists. Lower the knees. Think about drawing the heels of the hands in as you lower all the way down. Rise up, cobra. Lift up. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Exhale. Press back. Downward facing dog. Right toe step forward. Lower to the left knee. Untuck your toes. Rise back up for a low lunge. Awesome. Right hand to your left glute. Left hand to your belly. Firm between. Draw the shoulder blades back. Draw the head back. Really, really tall spine. Skull, scapula, sacrum. Finding our best posture here today. Awesome. Bring your hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Slide your foot forward. Can you keep your hands onto the ground? Keep your spine really tall. Inhale, arms reach up and forward. Squeeze with the glutes, reach up a little bit higher. Awesome. Pull the core in, really tall spine. Hinge forward, forward, fold, bend into the knees. Slide the left toes back. Lower to the knee. Untuck the toes, rise up for a low lunge. Awesome. This time, bring your right hand to your left glute. Press into the glute. Let the glute meet the demand. Reach your left arm as high as you can. Bring that shoulder all the way up towards the ear. Lift up even higher. Almost like I'm going to grab your wrist and reach up just a little bit more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Can you pull your belly in? One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to the ground. Step back. Plank pose. Lower the knees. Lower the chest. Rise up, cobra. Press back. Downward facing dog. One more side. You got it. Left toe step forward. Lower to the right knee. Untuck the toes. Rise up. Low lunge. Again, left hand comes to the right glute. Pull the belly in firm into that glute. Reach the right arm as high as you can. Shoulder comes up towards your ear. Can you pull your belly in? Can you pull your head back slightly? Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Reach up. Exhale. Hands come to the ground. Step it forward, forward, fold. Rise to stand. Reach up. Full body stretch. Exhale, hinge, forward, fold. Hands come to the ground, step your right toes back. Lower to the right knee. Keep your toes tucked under this time as you rise up. Left hand's going to come to your low back. Right arm's going to reach up. Take your gaze down to your left hip. Reach the right arm up and over. Pull the ribs back. Core breath out. Turn your right toes towards the right side of the room, and then we're going to rise all the way up so we're in our gate pose. Awesome. Lengthen through your spine. Bring your left hand down to your left leg. Reach the right arm all the way up, and then take a slight side bend to the side. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Bring your hands to the ground. We're still turned to that left side. Lift through your belly, and then we're just gonna cat and cow. So drop your belly, scoop your heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine, really push through the shoulder blades. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round. So you're gonna feel this a little bit in your hip. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round. Come back to a neutral spine. Take your right hand, thread it underneath. Reach for your left toes. Come down onto your shoulder. Maybe you walk your left hand forward and breathe into this nice big stretch here. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your left hand back in. Reach your right arm high to the sky. Keep your gaze down. Feel your upper back open. Bring the right hand back down to the ground. We're going to walk back to the front. So we're kind of in a kneeling plank here. And then slide your left foot in. So now we're in a tabletop. We're going to do some spine rolling here. And we're going to do our cat and cow again. We're going to do a little bit differently. Think about leading with your tailbone. So on your exhale, start with your tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Push the floor away, come to cat. Head comes last. Now inhale for your cow. Drop your belly, drop your tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Come forward, head comes up last. Awesome. Start with the tailbone, round through the back. Gaze comes last, come to your cat. Same thing. Tailbone first, come to your cow. Awesome. One more like this. Cat, start at the tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Awesome. Cow, start at that bottom. Come all the way up. Come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right toes are going to step forward. Lower to your left knee. Keep your toes tucked under as you rise up for a low lunge. So we're back where we started. Right hand comes to the left foot. Reach the left arm really high. Take your gaze down over to the right and then side bend. Skull, scapula, sacrum still here. Press into that left foot. Pull your core in as you reach up and over. Awesome. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come back through center. Put the right hand or the left hand all the way down onto the ground. Draw your shoulder blades back. Maybe untuck the toes now. Send the right toes back behind you. Press into the foot. Reach your right arm high. Draw your shoulder blades back. Left shoulder stacked right on top of the left wrist to protect your wrist here. Then take the arm all the way forward and find this nice big side bend. Lift through the back ribs when you turn those back toes slightly. Come all the way up. Right hand comes down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over as you gaze down. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Hands come to the ground. Same thing here, we're going to cat and cow. So drop your belly, scoop your heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine as you push. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push. One more forward. And push. Last one, come forward. And push. Come back to neutral, left hand threads towards those right toes. Come down onto your shoulder. Maybe you walk your right hand forward and breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Breathing into the shoulder, into the hip. Awesome. Walk the right hand in. Reach the left arm high. Keep your gaze down. And then we'll bring the hand down. Slide that right foot back in. We'll turn to the front so we're back into our tabletop. Now let's just regular cat and cow. So drop your belly, scoop the heart forward and round through the back. Notice how much more freedom there is here in your spine. How much more freedom there is here in your breath. Awesome. Just taking a couple more big movements here. Awesome. Last one. So you should feel this nice big pulling apart of your knees. So left knee going to the left, right knee going to the right. You should feel more opening here in your hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Draw the left knee in. Bring the right foot back down. Bring the left ankle to the right knee. Right hand comes behind the right foot. Left elbow to the left knee. And then take that slight pull to the side. Flex through your toes. Awesome. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then let's extend our legs here really quick. And then draw your shoulder blades slightly onto your back. Lengthen through the skull so the head and the neck are nice and long. And then you might find a little bit of a tuck of your chin. If you want, you can soften or close your eyes. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Inhale. Open your mouth. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Letting your body sink into the mat. Letting your mind start to feel a little still. And just taking this one quick moment right here, right now for you. If you want a longer Shavasana, you can pause this video. Otherwise, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your head and your neck. Bend your knees and bring your feet to the ground. We're going to roll over to our side. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. And then when you're ready, press yourself all the way up to a seat. And then once you're in your seat, whatever that looks like for you, we're just going to take a quick rock forward and back. Yeah, so we're just rocking on those sits bones. And then once you feel both sits bones right underneath you, I want you to sit up as tall as you can. Tuck the chin slightly as you lift through the skull, pull the core on, and then squeeze your glutes slightly so you find a really tall spine. One more big breath in. Open the mouth. Slowly blink open your eyes. Great work. So this is day 5 of Clean Up Your Posture Challenge. If you're interested in learning more, we have an awesome program coming up in September. So it's September 7th, I believe that's the Tuesday after Labor Day. It'll be a 4-week course, all online. We do have options for in-person as well, but the same content will be online as well. We're going to talk a lot more about anatomy, a lot more about stability, mobility, and strengthening the body to really improve our posture, not just from kind of what we've done here today, but expanding upon it. How can you make this kind of a new neural pathway for you so you're not having to think about leaning over or where you're holding your phone? How can you make it a daily habit that you're constantly retraining your brain, retraining your body to improve your posture? Again, my name is